On the 1st of July 2025, the super guarantee rate ticked up to 12%. It sounds tiny, and the dollars per pay are small. But here is the thing most people never do. They never actually check whether their employer is paying it. Today, I will walk you through exactly how to confirm your super is right, step by step. Stick with me, because by the end, you will be able to do this yourself in under 10 minutes. Let me show you why this matters. According to Mercer, if you earn $60,000, the lift from 11.5 to 12% adds only about $300 a year in employer super. That feels trivial, but for a 30-year-old, Mercer estimates that small change can compound into roughly $22,000 more by retirement. That is the cost of not checking. If your employer quietly underpays or pays late, you are not just losing a few $100s now, you're losing decades of compounding on top of it. Getting this wrong is expensive in a way you will not feel for 30 years. Step 1. Log into MyGov and open ATO online services. This is free and it is the official record. Once you're in, go to the super section and look at your fund details and contributions. This is where you will see what your employer has actually reported and paid, which is the only thing that matters. Your payslip says what they intend to pay. The ATO record shows what landed. Step 2. Now do the maths. Take your ordinary time earnings for a pay period and multiply by 1.12. Before the 1st of July 2025, the rate was 11.5%, so each $100 of earnings produced $11.50. Now it is 12%, so the same $100 should produce $12 in super. Compare your figure to the super line on your payslip. If you earn $78,000 a year, your employer should be paying about $960 into super at 12%, not the old $809.70. That's a difference of around $390 a year. Small, but it should be there. Step 3. Understand the maximum contribution base. The ATO sets a limit. For 2025 to 26, SG is only compulsory on earnings up to $62,500 per quarter. That caps the maximum employer SG at $7,500 a quarter, or $30,000 a year for high earners. So if you earn well above that, do not panic if super on your top dollars looks light. Your employer may not be required to pay SG above the base. This only matters for higher earners, but it is worth knowing so you do not chase a shortfall that is not really a shortfall. Step 4. Check whether you're hitting the concessional contributions cap, open the ATO super rates and thresholds page, then add up everything going in before tax, your employer SG, any salary sacrifice, and any personal deductible contributions. For 2025 to 26, the concessional cap is $30,000 because the higher 12% rate pushes more in automatically. Your employer SG now eats up more of that cap than it used to. If you salary sacrifice, watch this carefully because the 12% SG can crowd out room you were using for tax-effective extra saving. Step 5. Check the timing, not just the amount. Open the business.gov.au superannuation page or the ATO employer guidance. Right now, quarterly due dates still apply, the 28th of January, April, July and October. But from the 1st of July 2026, payday super begins, meaning employers must pay your SG on the same day they pay your salary. This matters because money paid late sits out of the market and misses growth. Compare your employer's current pattern. Good looks like super landing with each pay run, not lagging to a quarterly dump months later. Just to lock this in, the $30,000 concessional cap for 2025 to 26 includes your employer SG and your salary sacrifice combined. With the rate now at 12%, that employer slice is bigger, so the room left for your own pre-tax top-ups is smaller. Track it so you do not accidentally tip over and trigger excess contribution problems. Now, the most common mistake. A lot of people heard the rate went to 12% and assumed their take-home pay just got cut by 0.5%. That is a myth. The super guarantee is a minimum employer contribution paid on top of your wages. It is meant to go into super, not come out of your cash salary. The one caveat, if your contract is structured as a total remuneration package, the split between cash and super can shift, so read your contract. But for most people on a base salary plus super, your take-home does not drop. Let me make this concrete with one example. Take Mia, 34. A marketing coordinator in Melbourne earning $78,000. At 12%, her employer should pay about $9,360 a year into super versus $8,970 at the old 11.5%. That is about $390 more each year on its own, small, but paid every year, invested for 31 years to her retirement, and now arriving on time under payday super. The diri in all, but that is where the real difference compounds. Let us run the whole thing back fast. 1. Open your super in MyGov through ATO online services. 2. Multiply your ordinary earnings by 0.2 and check it matches your payslip. 3. Remember, SG is only compulsory up to $62,500 per quarter. 4. Add your employer SG and salary sacrifice and check the total against the $30,000 concessional cap. 5. Confirm your super is being paid on time. And remember, payday super starts the 1st of July 2026. Do those 5 and you will know exactly where you stand. That is it. Open MyGov tonight and run the check when it really does take about 10 minutes, and a few $100s now is worth thousands at retirement. If this helped, subscribe, because next I'm breaking down salary sacrifice. Exactly how much extra to put in before you hit that $30,000 cap. This is general information only, not financial advice. See you in the next one.